The film opens on the night before Bastille Day in Paris. Michael Mason, a deceitful American, steals wallets from multiple individuals as a woman walks unclothed among the crowd. It is revealed later that the woman and Michael are partners in crime. He compensates her for diverting people's attention before they both board a train. Despite noticing the police coming and going from the train, he says nothing to the woman. Following this, we are introduced to CIA agent Sean Breyer, who faces questioning after a failed mission. The focus then shifts to a man placing an explosive device inside a teddy bear. He instructs his girlfriend Zoe to place the teddy bear in an office at the French Nationalist Party headquarters. The plan is for the office to be unoccupied, so the explosion is intended as a message. Meanwhile, Michael is making deals with his client for the stolen goods. Zoe prepares to carry out her task by placing the teddy bear in a handbag. Upon reaching the office, she enters and sets the bag on the floor. When she notices people entering, she decides to grab the bag and leave. Meanwhile, Michael watches her from outside while she argues with her boyfriend. Mistakenly believing it to be something valuable, Michael steals the purse while she is preoccupied. Zoe's boyfriend is in a car with some accomplices, worried about the success of the plan, but he assures them he can handle it. Upon inspecting the bag, Michael discovers the teddy bear, unaware of its deadly contents. Zoe's boyfriend calls her phone, which Michael answers. Assuming it is a harmless gift, he discards the teddy bear. Subsequently, the bomb detonates, resulting in the deaths of 4 individuals. Confused and panicked, Michael flees the scene. Following the tragedy, the Interior Minister assures the media and the public of the authorities' commitment to capturing the terrorists. Later, it is revealed that a security camera captured Michael's image. Additional security cameras confirmed that Michael triggered the explosive device. French authorities have labeled him a terrorist and placed him under CIA surveillance in Paris. The following day, Michael realizes he is a wanted man in France and must flee immediately. Upon learning about Michael, CIA agent Sean Breyer hurries to locate him. Using his phone signal, Sean and his team easily pinpoint Michael's apartment. Packing up all his cash, Michael plans to escape but spots Sean and decides to make a break for it through the window. Sean enters the apartment and gives chase across the rooftops. They navigate through several buildings until Michael seeks refuge in a house, where Sean briefly halts him. However, the homeowner intervenes, allowing Michael to slip away. Sean continues the pursuit on the rooftops and tracks Michael to a supermarket. As Michael emerges and dons a stolen jacket, Sean arrives outside and begins scanning the area. Michael steals a moped in an attempt to flee, but Sean apprehends him. Meanwhile, Zoe returns to her boyfriend's residence and admits that someone has stolen her handbag. The thugs contact the man, instructing him to capture Zoe as they wish to have a word with her. Upon seeing them approach, he warns her that they intend to harm her and advises her to escape Paris. Meanwhile, Sean escorts Michael to a secluded interrogation chamber where Michael claims he was unaware that the briefcase he stole contained a bomb. He discloses Zoe's name, mentioning a man who called her on the phone. Portraying himself as a skilled thief, he is dared to pilfer Sean's wallet and successfully does so, returning the money to Sean's pocket. Although taken aback, the CIA agent remains composed. Upon returning to his seat, Michael surreptitiously grabs the knife from the table. Elsewhere, the henchmen scour the city in pursuit of Zoe to eliminate her, viewing her as a witness with dangerous knowledge. They track her phone signal, leading them to the covert interrogation room. While Sean inspects the surveillance footage, Michael seizes the opportunity to free himself using the knife. Sean encounters the henchmen, who falsely claim they are delivering a package to Zoe. Upon realizing they have the incorrect location, the henchmen spot Michael as they are preparing to depart. Sean engages in a physical altercation with the henchmen as Michael makes his escape. Working together, the criminals overpower their adversaries before making a quick getaway. A CIA agent locates someone connected to Michael and begins questioning them. Meanwhile, Sean updates his colleagues from the confines of a vehicle, alerting them to Michael's evasion. Another CIA agent stresses the urgency of locating Michael before French authorities become aware of their operations within their jurisdiction. During a lunch meeting, the Interior Minister converses with a CIA agent, emphasizing the necessity of apprehending Michael to earn the trust of the French populace. Conversely, capturing Michael could reflect poorly on the French authorities if it is done by the CIA. In parallel developments, Rafi, the leader of the henchmen, devises plans for another terrorist attack aimed at causing chaos to secure a hefty payment from a bank through an encrypted disk. Unexpectedly, it is revealed that the French Interior Minister is actually the head of the mercenary group, orchestrating scenarios where mercenaries feign rescue operations in mosques while planting bombs to manipulate public perception. As a consequence, innocent individuals in the mosques are wrongly accused of being involved in the bombings. This deceptive strategy garners significant media coverage, with Michael still under suspicion. Despite the mounting pressure, Michael seeks solace with his client, who he regards as a father figure, vehemently denying any involvement in the bombings. The client instructs Michael to remain in a room while the situation unfolds. Michael's client contacts the authorities, prompting Rafi's group of mercenaries to head towards him for apprehension. Realizing that all exits from the room are secured, Michael catches a glimpse of law enforcement outside. Discovering a small opening in the wall, he manages to escape through it unnoticed. In a turn of events, when the mercenaries fail to locate Michael, they viciously assault his client under the assumption that he deceived them. Rafi observes a chair concealing the exit route and deduces that Michael is attempting to flee. Subsequently, Michael emerges, with a sharpshooter awaiting clearance to engage, yet Sean arrives just in time to rescue him in his vehicle. Rafi and his squad swiftly embark in pursuit using their own vehicles. A CIA agent escorts Michael to a secure location at the residence of Zoe's acquaintance, Paul, who resides with companions. Despite pressure, Paul staunchly refuses to disclose Zoe's whereabouts. Zoe and her friends abscond on motorcycles after setting Sean's car ablaze. Michael and Sean, left with no other option, resort to car theft to reach the bar where Paul is employed. Upon entering the bar, Michael instigates a conflict by pilfering a cell phone from one individual and surreptitiously placing it in another's pocket. Subsequently, he appropriates Paul's documents, leading them to discover the location of his apartment, where Zoe also resides. While on their way to Paul's place, Rafi is tipped off about where they are and heads there to catch them. Upon entering the house, Zoe seizes Michael, threatening him with a knife against his throat. Breyer disarms her and interrogates Zoe about the next bomb's location and its creator. She discloses that the man she knows as Gene, her romantic partner, is behind it, providing his address. En route to Gene's place, Rafi and his henchmen join them, stepping out of their vehicle and aiming guns at them. Sean instructs everyone to duck their heads as he drives off, with Rafi firing at the car. Meanwhile, the situation in Paris deteriorates as more rebels rise against the Nationalist Party. To counter this, the Interior Minister raises the alert level. Sean and the others reach Gene's residence, only to find that he has committed suicide. Zoe breaks down in tears, and Michael escorts her away. Sean discovers Gene's ID, revealing he was an undercover police officer. He contacts his colleague Karen, a CIA agent, explaining that someone orchestrated the city's riots. Karen arranges for their safe extraction, but during a meeting with the Interior Minister, she unwittingly reveals that the French authorities were responsible for the bomb, not realizing he was the mastermind. After learning about Sean, Michael, and Zoe, Karen asks the minister to safeguard them, but fearing her as a witness, he kills her and orders Rafi to capture the trio. The three of them anticipate the arrival of the vehicle arranged by Karen, believing they are finally out of danger. On the journey, Zoe identifies one of Rafi's henchmen inside the van. As the henchmen prepare to attack them, a brawl erupts. Sean successfully eliminates all threats, and they make off with the van. Meanwhile, Rafi's crew readies themselves for an assault on the bank, prompting Sean, Michael, and Zoe to head there. Sean unravels the Interior Minister's motive for Karen's murder and uncovers his deceitful schemes. Disguised as a police officer, Sean infiltrates the bank with the other two. With the mercenaries disabling security cameras and conducting the robbery, Sean eliminates two henchmen and enters the premises. Rafi transfers $500 million onto a hard drive in the vault. Amidst a scuffle with the henchmen trying to impede him, Sean confronts Rafi and a henchman inside the vault, eliminating the henchman but enabling Rafi to flee. As the Interior Minister realizes his men are overpowered, he contacts Rafi to halt the money transfer, but Rafi refuses. Consequently, the minister withdraws his support, and Rafi threatens to eliminate him should they be captured for their actions. Rafi exits the vault, prompting Michael to snatch the hard disk at Sean's command. Discovering the theft of the hard drive, Rafi seizes Zoe, threatening her life. In the nick of time, Sean pushes Michael to safety as Rafi aims to shoot him, and the agents fatally shoot Rafi on the minister's orders. After leaving the bank, Michael encounters the interior minister at the church. There, he requests a passport, plane tickets to Brazil, and $100,000 in cash in exchange for the hard drive. Upon handing over the hard drive, they head to a tunnel where the purported $100,000 is stashed. The minister threatens Michael with a gun, but Sean intervenes, turning the weapon on the minister and shooting Michael instead. As additional agents arrive to detain the minister, Michael rises, unveiling his survival, having worn a bulletproof vest. Ultimately, Michael relinquishes the hard drive to Sean. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Take care.